Hi, I'm fucking pissed. I've tried recording this video two times already, and that's nothing compared to like other people I've heard them be like, I've tried to record this like six times, 10 times. But the patience runs out earlier than that. So I'm always impressed by people who keep trying because this feels brutal. I damn near want to cry. Okay. All right. Pull it back. I want to talk to you guys about something though, like for real, for real. Um, ask and you will know. Ask and know. Ask and know. Okay. A lot of us have heard that like a million times over. Like a lot of my sensitives, the spiritualists, the water babies, the indigo babies, the rainbow children, the star seeds, whatever it is that you want to call yourself. Anybody who's in that sort of metaphysical field, whether you're a professional or not. You know what it is to hear. Ask and know. But I want to break it down for you. I've talked before about like how each person lays out their own road, brick by brick by brick. This is again, I'm going to say it again. This is just one of the bricks that like makes sense to me. Like it's my inner map. I get it, right? When you ask a question, what really even is a question anyway, other than just like a statement with a voice inflection and maybe like different punctuation at the end. You feel me? And so I feel like I just wanted to, I should share this. When I was a kid, my dad told me that I used to do this thing where I would ask him a question or ask anybody a question, but he mostly noticed this when I started like finally like asking him questions that I could form full sentences. And he said that I would ask the question, and if I wasn't satisfied with the answer, I would do this thing where I would like kind of reframe the question and then kind of include part of his answer, right? So it would be sort of like a, okay, but if I asked you this and then you gave me this, what does that mean? Like I like almost like I was trying to integrate. You know, I was like giving him what I thought that I felt I knew and then trying to like combine it with what he told me and then like telling him, but this was my main question. So again, integration, like where does that fit? So I didn't realize my brain, because my little brain was already doing like a pretty like advanced philosophical thing. And really it's really not like an advanced psycho like philosophical thing. It's a curiosity thing. It's just normal for humans to be like naturally curious to and but it's our structures that make us like really scared to then keep asking questions like that. It's our society, you know, like it is though. But um, so in your question, there's usually not necessarily the answer, but I'm going to say the word answer just for the sake of conversation. So you usually find your answer in the question that you're asking. So think of the question as like a key, and then reflect on your question again. So there's it's like in steps. Almost like like asking a question is a process, almost like digestion. There's the smell of the food, there's salivation, there's the touching the food to the mouth, the tongue, the chewing, the going down the gullet, the digestion in the guts, and then the pooping. You know, it's an entire process. It is a type of digestion when you're asking a question. So sit with it. First, there's the asking of the question, and you have to ask it out loud or write it down, you know, but at least it just sit with it. Sit with the question. Then reflect on the question, like go back and reread it. Okay. And I'm going to give you an example because my thing is like relationships and understanding why do they mean so much to us, and why does it seem like modern life is sort of disrupting our ability, or like it's making us feel disconnected, like from being able to maintain or nurture relationships, or even begin to make those connections that we do crave, but we're like, duh, can't human, you know, trauma. But like, so say you're asking yourself, like, okay, why can't this person or these people meet me emotionally? One more time for the people in the back. Why can't this person or these people meet me or hold me emotionally? Can't they, why do they not have the capacity to like hold my nervous system, my specific nervous system? Now take that question and really look at the words. Uh-huh. They can't meet me emotionally. They can't hold my nervous system. You see why you have to ask questions out loud? Because in those questions, you kind of already have the knowledge. You already have a bit of insight on the current reality. You already know, you're asking yourself, why can't they meet me? What you're obsessing over though is like, you're taking that why and going, how do I fix it? What does that mean about me? Well, my self-worth, why? Right? It's so you're not even really wondering why they can't meet you emotionally. You're like obsessing over how do I fix it? And absolutely figuring out the why, it's not that it doesn't matter, because absolutely figure it out. Figure it out. Go ahead and figure out the why. Whether it's part of your field or not, figure out the why. Because for some people, it is a must. It is necessary for them to understand the why in order to complete their job. Cognitive brain science, therapy, family counselors, knowing the why isn't the problem. It's getting stuck in that loop of, now I must fix it. Now I must fix it. I have to now fix this why. When in reality, it's when something doesn't make sense, there are certain moments where certain moments do not call for you to pop off, like, make it make sense at somebody. No, it's not their job for them to like help you make sense of something that has no sense. It's also not really your job to like make sense of it in a way where, because your type of wanting to make sense of it is, like I said, it's a fixing. I want to like study this or explain it in a way where I'm now soothed, right? So if I just understand a little harder or extend myself a bit more, maybe they can then reciprocate what it is that I feel like I'm lacking here in this dynamic. It don't make sense. And here's the thing, like if you know that you've gone out of your way to do the co-regulation, the cooperation, coordinating, all of the co's, right? You've tried for that. You've even done the studying and the emotional labor on your own, because you know deep down they ain't doing the research, but you've done it. It's time to. And that's the thing, like in nature, and remember, we are nature that pretty much became aware of itself. Like we have consciousness now. Like so in plant life, like with among plants, there are certain plants labeled as cheaters. Cheaters, yeah, like people. Okay. These specific plants, they will suck and draw and deplete and take resources from plants, from multiple plants, and give little to nothing back. Doesn't that sound familiar? Now, the plant that, when the plant that's being drained from recognizes this, they don't get stuck the way we do. And I'm not saying that what we're doing is a moral flaw, because humans have attachment built into them. So the severing of attachment, it's going to come with these visceral responses in the body and the mind, and it's normal. That's that, we can't be as neutral as plants. However, we can learn from them. This is what plants do. They'll recognize it, and they don't start in their mind like, well, how do I explain myself? What does this mean about me as a plant? And that other plant isn't giving me what I need. And they simply go, that plant's not giving me what I need. There's no relationship here. So I am simply going to reallocate, reorient, and decide, where's my energy going to go next. Most animals do that. Most things in nature do that. They don't like gaslight themselves or second guess themselves. And it's beautiful to see that. And I'm not saying that we need to emulate that. What I'm saying is, go out to nature, and there you will feel held. I remember sitting among a group of trees and feeling and hearing from them, like, you can cry here. Like, we're not judging you. Every breath you take and every breath you exhale, we're helping you alchemize, metabolize all of that. Cry here. Feel that here. Be human here. Because we have the capacity to hold that for you. Nature will talk to you like that. Absolutely, it will. Um, and I'll say it again the way I always do. We are both animal and weather. And what a miraculous thing that is. It doesn't always feel miraculous though. Please don't get it twisted. I'm not like an optimist. I'm not. Some days it feels like, what to the fuck is the point? What is this even? Why anything? In other days, it's going to feel like poetry. Other days, you're going to feel totally indifferent. But look at the questions that you're asking, and you're going to start to realize, like what even is a question? Like, you're going to start playing around with how to even ask questions. And mind you, Socrates did that too. He like I love that he had this sort of like gentle, like trickster type energy, and like he knew like what was up, but he wouldn't always say that directly. And it wasn't out of like me, like fear of being rejected or fear of sounding dumb. So that sometimes I don't want to speak directly. So I'll enter conversations like kind of sideways, like with a question, like, hey, what if we think about this thing here? But Socrates, he did that. Like, he knew what was up, he would slip it into the question and then present it to you. And that's actually it's effective. I don't know. I don't know. I felt like I needed to share that. Do with that what you will. Thank you again for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. Stay weird. Sweet dreams. And I'm going to head to bed. Good night.